Are you ready to head down for disembarkation shenanigans?
Yep. Yeah, let's do this.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Jamie.
In 2012, we met.
In 2013, we got married.
In 2016, we moved to Florida and spent our weekends at Disney.
In 2023, we discovered Margaritaville at sea.
It seemed like everything we weren't, but we decided to try it anyway.
And the Johnsons became the potatoes.
Lots of people don't like Margaritaville at sea.
The potatoes love it.
Haters gonna hate?
Haters gonna tate.
Good morning. Ethan should show you outside the window where we're at, what it looks like this morning, because that's what I think I missed yesterday, but I think I normally start the day like that.
What it looks like as we pull into the port. In fact, I think they're doing the rope thing now. It is 6:30. Yep.
And we're heading down to Finn's. We have Express Pass, and so you're supposed to go to Finn's with your luggage.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said
if you didn't put it out.
Yeah, if you didn't put it out, which we didn't. 6:45 they said.
Yep.
And then there's going to be like a continental breakfast, and then they're going to get us off the ship first. So excited to see how this goes.
Yep. So even though we didn't put our luggage out, I still put the Zone 4 tags because I know that Zone 4 means express. So I'm just putting that there as inoculation against anybody saying, where are they going? How come they're going before us? And stuff like that. Well, because we're express, that's why.
Okay. All right. Let's head down to Finn's.
Yep.
Wherever that is.
Bye room.
Still don't know. Last class elevator ride.
Yep.
Ooh.
Deck 2. Alright, lots of people got the memo.
Wake me up when it's time to walk.
Yeah. Alright, this ain't Disney.
It's fine.
But coffee and pastry as advertised on the sheet.
I get to sit while I wait.
That's right.
This ain't Disney.
Yep. Alright, no sooner did my preset daily 7 o'clock alarm go off that she announced, get your key card ready. So, also I was telling Jamie, to their credit, they didn't have any people like hanging out in the atrium trying to pull a fast one and get off the ship before everybody else. If you were in the priority group, you're supposed to be in here, and it looks like they're sticking to it.
On the other side.
And market 703. Bye, Nina. Bye, ZJ. On a cruise guy, on a cruise guy. Not on a cruise guy. This started at 7:03.
Yeah. Impressive.
One last look at the ship. And we're headed to the terminal. So thoughts on the disembarkation process?
What time is it?
7:17.
It took 14 minutes from the time they said, okay, people, let's start moving, to me sitting on this bench waiting for the car to be pulled up.
Yeah.
Wow, they got that down.
Valet stands right there.
Holy cow, that was phenomenal.
Very good with the directions. The thing that's nice is that unlike the Paradise, there's literally a birth certificate line and a passport line, period. Like, it's not by what service you've got.
Because these were all express.
Well, they just rigged it where it's like they've they've brought you in waves.
Highly recommend keeping your luggage with you and not giving it to the people that have their luggage with them were being corralled in another room once they got down the escalator. They have to wait for clearance for something or another. But if you had your luggage with you, you got right through.
And
Phenomenal.
facial recognition.
Really good. And facial recognition. Didn't even need the passport out.
Yeah. I was fumbling with the passport and was like, well, hold on, let's see what the shot is. And the shot was, I didn't need it.
Yeah, well, because at the other port, they have you pull the passport out and then they don't always look at it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very impressed.
All right,
Very
so now
impressed
we
here
wait for the car.
in Tampa.
25.
7:25. We are in the car and on our way. The
Bye, Islander.
Bye, boat. Look that way. He's pointing that way.
Okay. Read all the signs that say exit.
Yeah. I lost my thought. Oh, the original plan after we got off the boat was to go play miniature golf out here on the coast somewhere. It's 7:30 in the morning. Nobody's open.
Yeah, as soon as that
So
was
that is not happening. We'll plan a longer trip.
Yeah.
And get out here and there's a whole bunch of miniature golf courses on the east coast of Florida and on the west coast of Florida. So we will do some of those at a later date. I'm thinking those are going to be winter trips, honestly, though,
Yeah.
because of the heat. So you want I-4 that way.
Yep.
And I think we need to stop for breakfast because all I've had is a cup of coffee and about 6 Pringles. That's a phone. That's a tripod. It's a phone and a passport.
You looking for a reading glasses?
Oh, I left I have a pair here, but I left them in your car.
What?
My tricolored ones. They're not tricolored.
Nail polish ones.
Okay, so now that things aren't such a rush, I just discovered there was a note in the bottom of that bag. I'm sorry.
This will be the gift box from Christine.
Oh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Different shells. Jamie Nathan, I found a koozie on the ship. I had to get you, and also a few things from our adopted hometown. Thank you for sharing your adventures and being great ambassadors for kindness. God bless you. Fins up, Christina and Brad Grachowski. By the way, Brad Facebook friended me today. This Brad.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, I like that. So nice. Now we can actually look at the soap. Now that we're not in the car, I can actually look at stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, those smell good. Look at that.
So this is bonus number 1, by the way.
This is
sort
bonus.
of.
Oh, that one's pretty. There's 2 of those. Oh, I like that. That's got a very beachy scent to it. I don't say anything other than natural soap and sea salt soap sample set. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Florida Fresh, coconut water, red hibiscus, ocean breeze, beach, and pure paradise. So obviously this is the red, no, that is not the red hibiscus. This is the red hibiscus. Cream with coconut flecks. Okay, that's got blue. So that is peppermint tea leaves and oatmeal. That's beach. Smells like a beach. Is this coconut water? That is coconut water. Cool. This is Florida Fresh. They're nice because they're not like overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
Pure Paradise. I don't see that one. Blue, green, and yellow is Ocean Breeze. Oh, that one smells good too. They're all different.
Mm-hmm. I
I don't know what a plain red one is. There's no plain red on here. I don't know what that is, but it smells flowery too, like the hibiscus did.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I like that. This is how I unpack, by the way, just so the world knows.
Yep.
And then slowly I come in here and go, well, I know where that goes. Put that away. Yeah. Did you want me to go through the rest of these, or are we?
I think we
got everything
previously.
I think we got everything, but I wanted to see the soaps like up close and figure out the smells and stuff.
Yep.
Very nice. All right, I'm making coffee.
Hello from a very sunny car. It's time for the wrap up. We actually put some work into this one. We came up with some categories before the cruise of things we wanted to cover. So we're going to start there and then move on to the freeform rambly portion that I know you all adore. So let's start with this. What surprised you the most?
Alright, so I think what surprised us the most was the disembarkation.
Disembarkation process was phenomenal. So to reiterate, they took you, if you had express pass or a license to chill or any of that stuff, any of those extras.
Any priority, anything.
Any priority. They had you go to the dining room Finn's this morning early. And I mean early, 6:45. And there was coffee and pastries if you wanted. And then we were taken off the ship first. Now, do you remember off the top of your head where the other people were put?
They were basically told, don't come down until we tell you to.
Okay.
But they were saying, like, enjoy the buffet or something, but don't.
Oh, yeah, you had to be out of the room by 8.
Yeah, but don't come downstairs.
Yes.
Like, go up to the buffet or whatever.
Right. So, worked like a dream for us. You saw how fast we got off that boat. So that was great.
That's another plus for Express Pass or better. Is come to think of it, if that's what they're doing is shunting you up to the buffet, that's going to be a logistical pain in the ass. Having to wait for all those elevators to come down.
Yeah, we were on the same.
Whereas we're right on the same wavelength of getting off.
Yeah, we were where the doors are to get off. That's where they put us, was on that deck.
Now, as for people trying to gate crash, like what happens in the Paradise, not a thing on the Islander that we saw.
Yeah,
they were being very good about enforcing that if you're not supposed to be down there, that they would shut you away. Like, no,
yeah, it was great. Your least favorite thing on this cruise was? Go ahead, go back to it. We've been waiting 5 days for you to talk about your dish again.
Well, the biryani.
Was that your least favorite thing? Or was there something else?
I think it's a tie between that and then certain incidents at the trivia.
Yeah, and going back to he complained about the biryani. I didn't like how trivia was handled. I didn't like how it was scheduled. It's just me. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's you too. But yeah, I think they're still working on getting all of that together. But I did not like that the winning team didn't get the prize. That drives me crazy. Me and my inflated sense of justice over here. Okay, favorite and least favorite foods. Talk about it again.
Yeah, most favorite was the burgers from Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Excellent burgers.
People were raving about it going into this, and they were not wrong.
Yeah. I said my beef Wellington last night was superb. I was very pleased with that.
Yeah, she completely inhaled it.
I did. Normally he's the one that you never see the food, but yeah. And then I tried to tell the waiter that a squirrel ate it, and I needed another one. Could have happened. He didn't know. Least favorite food. There really wasn't anything that I took a bite and was like, nope, not worth the calories. A couple of the cakes weren't as good as I would have liked them to be. And I don't understand why people were raving about the soft serve ice cream. It was just soft serve ice cream to me. I mean, the chocolate was a little bit darker, but it wasn't anything to write home about, so I didn't understand that. Turn the page. Your favorite and least favorite spots on the ship.
So I think because we ended up with a net positive, I think the casino. I mean, we went into it saying, oh, we'll casino 2 nights and then that'll be it. No, we casinoed every single day.
Yeah, we really enjoyed. It was a very nice space.
Yeah. It's deceptive because I really thought it was a much bigger casino than the Paradise. And Jamie kept saying, like, no, I think it's the same size room. Like, how is it possible?
It is.
It's because they got a bunch of stuff that goes floor to ceiling that blocks your view, so it's not obvious what the dimensions of the room are. But if you look at the edges of the room, then you start to realize, like, yeah, it's
I think
same as
or less. I think it's smaller than Paradise, square footage wise. I really do. But they've got stuff crammed in such ways that it looks more crowded and therefore it looks bigger. It's weird.
Plus, they have a casino bar that the Paradise doesn't have, so that eats into some of it, I suppose.
Yeah, a little bit of it. I also like all the little extra touches, like the porch swing in the atrium that you can sit on, or the seats made out of like boats.
Yeah.
That kind of little touches was really, those were nice little areas, like for photo ops and stuff like that.
Right.
Those were very cool. I also liked the setup of the Far Out Lounge. Far Side Lounge, Far Side of the World Lounge.
Yeah.
It was a good place for trivias because you had that center dance area and then everybody was around that and everybody could see each other and everybody was able to, you know, participate all at once.
The only time I think it was an issue as such is the Disney one because it was beyond standing room only. But that was the power of Disney trivia.
Right.
Suddenly all the Disney heads came out.
Yes. Least favorite spaces. Did not like the layout of Havana's. This isn't Margaritaville's fault. It's the, you know, the ship was built the way the ship was built. It's all those little rooms. And if they're going to hold trivias where they want people to come up and participate in things, don't do it there. Do it in Far Side, where you've got everybody in one room and everybody can see everything. Because otherwise, it completely. They were losing people left and right. People were quitting. In our little pod of things, at least 3 teams walked out because it was like, all right, well, we can't get any bonus points because we're way back here and we're not going to get up there to get any of the bonus points, so we're never going to win. And it didn't matter.
See you anyway.
I don't even think they gave out a prize for that one anyway, so it really didn't matter. But you didn't necessarily know that. But it makes it not fun. I feel like I had another one besides that. And again, this is the way it was set up. This is not anything Margaritaville did. If you are in the balcony of the theater, there aren't just aisles and then you just sit on either side of the aisle. It's you go up this staircase, and then you turn this way, and then you got to go across these, and then you got to go over here, and then you got to go down, and then you got to go over here. Getting to a specific seat, you have to go through a maze to get to it. And I just thought it wasn't really very well planned, but that was, 25 years ago, so that has nothing to do with Margaritaville. Just, if you want to find seats easily, sit downstairs, because those are all straight rows. Okay, favorite and least favorite things about the cabin.
Favorite was the water pressure.
Water pressure and the amount of hot water. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, to the point where the hot water was actually scalding.
Yeah. I actually pulled my hands out one time and it was like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Because I did scald myself there. And 417's coming up soon. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Yeah, I would agree with that totally. The decor was very nice.
Yeah, it was a well-appointed room.
Yes, it was a nice size room. All of those things good. Least favorite thing narrow it down to the doors are heavy.
Yeah.
And I can see people having problems. I can see the kids not being able to open the doors. To me, it's a safety hazard because somebody's going to get caught in a door. But it's also a safety mechanism kind of thing because kids can't open the doors and get out on their own.
Yeah.
But I can see like older people having trouble doing the doors. There were a couple of times we were having trouble doing the doors. If you had too much stuff in your hands or whatever, it was really hard to... Are you going to take 429?
Oh, that was 417.
It's at 429. We're not going to Apopka. Okay, when I came up with this one, he thought I was a little bit weird. Your favorite deck and your least favorite deck.
So I think favorite was deck 2.
Deck 2.
We spent most of the time.
That's where the casino was. That's where Finn's is. That's where Far Side of the World Lounge is. That's where the theater is. There's a lot of stuff. We did a lot of. Oh, and that's where the atrium is. A lot of stuff on that on deck 2. So most of our cruise was spent there. My least favorite was actually where I think, is it 12? Yeah. 12? 11.
No, it was 12. It was 10, 11, 12.
No. Yeah, okay, well, congratulations on being able to count. The elevator only went to 10. And we had to go up one flight of stairs.
Alright, so 11 sport
So
deck.
11 is the sport deck. Or the disembark activity deck.
Yeah.
It's where the mini golf, the cornhole, and the pickleball are. The only way to get up there that we could tell was a flight of stairs. So,
By way of the smoking section.
yeah, you go past the smoking section and up the flight of stairs.
Yeah.
I really, really did not like that you had... Which is dumb, because if you're going to go do sports stuff, you should be able to climb a flight of stairs. And I could, I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
It just made...
Plus, it was such a massive wind tunnel through that
Yeah.
mini golf area.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily
very
pleasant.
difficult to mini golf at times.
Okay, we wrote favorite and least favorite restaurant, but we're amending that to place to get food.
Yeah.
So, least favorite place to get food? I didn't even do this stuff on the back of the ship. For me, it would be the sushi bar because I don't eat sushi and they didn't have anything else.
Fair.
Yeah. Your least favorite?
I had an answer for that a second ago. Traffic's thickening up, so give me just a second.
He's thinking. Just insert a little rotating circle around over you. Well, I'll do my favorite while you're navigating. My favorite would be, and this is, I never thought I'd say this, the buffet. The variety of foods, the fact that they had the cake section that you could get different pieces of different cake. That's where we filled our water bottles. Cheeseburger in Paradise and the Mexican Cutie Cantina are right outside, so you can go grab one of those and come right back in and sit in the air conditioning.
Yeah, so my favorite was the cheeseburger in Paradise.
Okay.
Least favorite, being that we ate there once and never went back again, I would say it would be Finn's, I guess.
And there was nothing wrong with it. We just never found another menu there that we wanted that worked with the schedule we were setting for ourselves. Yeah, but there wasn't anything wrong with Finn's other than his biryani issue.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
I mean, to be fair, there was stuff that looked good on the menu. It was just schedule-wise or otherwise.
yeah, sometimes it was a schedule. Sometimes it was like, well, we could do that, or we could do this. And the buffet, you've got the pizza place in the buffet, so that was part of it. My only other thing that might have knocked that down as to just saying the pizza place is the last night that I had pizza. It wasn't very good. Mine wasn't very good. Everybody else seemed to enjoy theirs, but for some reason there was something weird about mine that I just didn't care for. Maybe it was like a topping that I normally don't use or whatever. But yeah, I only ate one of my 2 pieces. But I think I also wasn't real hungry by that point in the cruise. Okay, the next was communication. Is it better, the same, or worse than the Paradise? And I want to throw Disney in here too, because we do have a lot of experience with that. So, better, same, or worse than Paradise?
I think in the end, I think better.
I think it waxed and waned.
Especially, I think the standout star and the most recent thing we did was the disembarkation.
Okay, so disembarkation was phenomenal. Embarkation, I think they were really clear on what time you were supposed to be there and that kind of stuff. Muster drill, they were super clear about. I don't think there was any confusion on where you were supposed to be and when. There were overhead announcements. There was the safety thing in the room. They do need to get the list of extensions in the rooms for who you need to call, because, like we said earlier, housekeeping was getting every call because that was the number we found. Compared to Disney, I want to say Disney's been doing this a really long time, and I want to say that their communication is like on point. But I've talked to first-time cruisers on Disney who didn't know where to go or where to be. So they're not perfect. Okay, travel and parking. Better, same, or worse than Paradise?
Travel definitely better, because we're practically home.
We're almost
right
home,
now.
and we're not done with our list yet.
Yeah.
And then, although we do, by going from Orlando to Tampa, we do run the risk of a traffic jam. But we hit it.
As we're talking, we're passing the Disney traffic right now.
Yeah. So, but it's also 8:45 on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, traffic was just fine. Parking, basically the same. I think we decided it's a much smaller area, so we did do the valet instead of the self-park.
Yeah.
We would have been in the car a lot earlier if we had self-parked.
Yeah, but I definitely
again, we
think
didn't-
that was the right answer, getting the
Yeah,
valet
I mean, it was
for the
perfectly
20
fine.
extra bucks.
Yeah, it was fine. And then travel and parking for Disney. The port, Disney goes out of Port Canaveral, so it's only an hour.
Right.
So travel slightly better.
More expensive because all those tolls.
Okay. And then parking, Disney's got a garage. So it's just a matter of finding a spot in the garage.
Right.
I don't know if valet is an option there. We never even tried it.
It
so.
might be, but it's just never been on our radar to
Yeah.
be a consideration.
Yes. Okay, so we have 2 more things. We gave a star rating of what we thought it was going to be before we got on the cruise. We both gave it, the cruise as a whole, an 8. After getting off the boat, Ethan maintained that it was still an 8, and I bumped it up to a 9. I had a very nice time. We met some phenomenal people and really had a lot of fun. And the things that I was worried about, crowd control on embarking and debarking, none of that happened. We were cool. So, all right, the last one, and neither one of us was able to come up with this. And we thought, well, we'll do the rest of these, and we'll give it some time and
To marinate.
to marinate. And I'm not sure I've marinated enough. 1-word description for the cruise. The word, if like keeping it to 1 word, the only word that keeps coming to my head is good. It wasn't spectacular. Maybe great.
Well, like another word that I thought about was competitive. Somebody else gave their review of the ship because they did like the inaugural and said, "This is Margaritaville very much punching way, yes, but they're still ironing out the bugs. So I think there's going to come a time that that's going to be more of a solid descriptor.
Yeah, I could see them becoming a definite competitor against Carnival.
I think maybe another word that comes to mind is ambitious. That, you know, that they know what they want to do and how they want to do it, but they're not quite there yet as far as like delivering on that experience yet.
Okay, so let's try this. If you had to give a one-word description of paradise, I think we talked about this, and I think your word was chill, and my word was that it's a vibe.
Yeah, or home. That's another
Home,
same
yeah,
one.
so we did talk about that. What if you had to do a one-word description of a Disney cruise? Because mine is exhausting.
How would I put it? I'll go with my knee jerk. What came to my head when you said that was upscale
Okay.
or premium.
Okay.
Premium would be another word.
Right.
It is a premium experience.
I don't think the Islander is at, well, then that's a good word for paradise, budget. But I don't think the Islander is budget. I think my one-word description would be carnival-ish. How's that, John? You?
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't sure you were getting off the highway.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah. I had fun. We need to,
Just in some ways,
yeah.
saying carnival, it's kind of a loaded word. Like, I don't want people to think that it's exactly like carnivals. It really isn't. Now, we haven't cruised carnival, but from everything we've seen about it, and from feedback from other guests, it's not carnival.
Well, no, but
like
it's
in a good way.
It's that level. It's that.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I think it's like kind of the equivalent. I don't know how to explain it. Just, you know what? Get on the boat, figure it out. You tell us. Okay. Shoutouts.
Yep. You for watching.
Thank you.
Well, we met a lot of people on the boat.
Where to start?
We're still trying to wrap our head around this, so we got recognized as much as we did. Starting off with the Garcia family vlogs.
Who
Introduced themselves and said, "Hey, taters."
right in the atrium there the first day.
Yeah. Parker's on the Go was another YouTube channel that we saw around. And then, as told in the videos, Adam and Valerie were on our first Paradise cruise, and now they're on our first Islander cruise.
Yes.
It's also their 10th wedding anniversary, so happy anniversary to them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Happy anniversary.
Yep. So yeah, we were seeing them all over the place. And they kept sitting right up front at the shows, so they were once again our barometer of whether or not they liked the show and how the show was going.
It's nice to put names with the faces.
Yeah, other than that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we met. Let me get this right now. Tony and Shelley, and then Brad and Rachel.
There you go.
I'm saying Nicole.
Yes, we had a blast with them.
Yeah. So we did a lot of trivias together.
Yes.
All kinds of
It was
stuff.
fun. We had a really good time with the four of you. And then
We spent the day in Nassau with Chuck and Kristen.
yes, we had a blast with them.
So we ran
That
into
was
them
a lot
a
of
few
fun.
times on the boat after that.
Yes. And I never did get the guy's name from Craps who was teaching me about the 6 and 8
Oh, it
and
was...
betting the hard ways and then loading up the regular 6 and 8
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't
to
get his
offset
name.
the difference. Never got his name, but
You, if you're watching. You.
yes, that couple
anybody
was very nice. We were talking to them later at the Latin dance class.
Yeah. Since we can't put names and faces around this, I can tell you he entered the craps tip with $35 and walked away with $17.50.
No. He walked out with over 20 with 2,500.
Oh, geez. I thought
Yeah.
it was 1750.
No, I think she took some of it
Oh, okay.
before that. So,
Oh.
yeah, he actually won $2,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
All I know is I leaned over and said, I would like to subscribe to your newsletter.
Yes. Yes. Well, that's what I told them. I said, I always say craps is such a stupid game because you can go from having all the money to nothing to having all the money again in like a heartbeat.
What I saw is $35 in chips with you both. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
And then he just kept hanging in like, who
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun. It's always great when you can find. What Nikki and what was her husband's name? Adrian.
That's what I thought you were going to say. So I was just
Nikki and Adrian were fantastic to hang out with at the craps table. Yes.
Yeah, there was another woman at the table that said she watches our videos, but I never did get her name. So you.
Oh yes, yes, she was very nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of good people at the craps table this time. And
Yeah, I would say table camaraderie at craps is key.
Yes.
Between the dealers
Yes.
and the patrons.
Yes.
So lots of good table camaraderie between the dealers and the patrons.
Mm-hmm.
So to that end, casino-wise, of course, we got to say Edwin. And then Myra came over from the
Yes.
Paradise as well. So did Lisselle. She's funny. She was really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't picking up names.
Priscilla was the other one.
Okay.
Priscilla was the one who kept saying, no lady shooter, no lady.
She was adorable.
So every
yes.
time she would see Jimmy, hi, no lady.
Yes. Because somebody would go, oh, we got a lady shooter. And I'm like, I'm no lady. So
And when I was
became
trying to
no lady.
find, ultimately Lisselle to get her name tag to make sure that I was giving the right shout outs on the survey and stuff. Priscilla was there. She's like, where's no lady?
Also Georgie.
Yeah, Georgie. Now, it's funny, there's two Georgies, and they both have their names spelled the same way.
One on Paradise, one on Islander.
They know of each other,
But they don't know each other.
but they're from the same country. And I said, well, where is that? Because I would keep meaning to ask Georgie of Paradise fame where he's from, and we'd never get around to it.
Yeah.
They're from Macedonia.
Yeah.
So that was...
Again, didn't that's kind of like Kazakhstan. Didn't know it was a real place. Heard of it, but
Yep.
don't know anything about it. But they were all great.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with them. Anybody else in particular? Oh, it was so good to see Crystal in the dining room.
Yeah.
She came over from Paradise.
Yep.
She was very sweet. So we went
And
and had...
Anang was our waiter the first night in Fins. And
Yes.
I saw him around the ship and stuff, and we would keep...
Yes. And we
Doing
did want to
things to
come
each
back.
other.
We didn't not go back to Finn's for any particular reason
Yeah, we
other
just-
than timing.
Yeah, timing and schedule. We just didn't make it back.
And, or we didn't like what was on the menu that night. That was also a
that.
thing. But it had nothing to do with the staff at all.
Right.
The crew on Islander is phenomenal.
By and large. yeah.
Honestly. They were wonderful. They were friendly, they were helpful, they were talkative. I mean, it really, really in fact, I even told the captain when we did the captain's toast and we got our picture taken with him, what a crew he's got.
Yeah.
And then he went, oh, but what about the ship?
Yeah.
Yes, you have a ship. That was very nice. The captain had a great sense of humor. His announcements were funny.
Yeah.
His toast was funny. He was really, really personable.
Mm-hmm.
We have yet to even see the captain on Paradise after 8 cruises. I assume there's somebody, or they're using AI. I'm not sure how they're steering that one.
Before I forget, shout outs to Emmanuel.
Oh, yes, Emmanuel. Emmanuel.
Yep. Piano Ellie.
Ellie, you get a little heart too. Ellie was great. Emmanuel's phenomenal. Pedro's very good on the guitar.
Yeah, that Conky Tonkin show was amazing.
Conky Tonk. The I'm gonna mess this up. Was his name Jay?
Jay, yes.
Yes.
Another shout out, Jay.
Yes.
He came from Paradise.
Yeah, he's one of the singers, and he can dance. I don't know if he considers himself a dancer, but he can dance. The shows was great. The talent was amazing. The singing talent, the dancing, the acrobats, phenomenal. Yes, all really good. Really, really good. We didn't do the comedian, so I can't speak to that. What else? I don't know about the kids clubs, but I saw a little boy in an elevator last night. He had a sunset, a whole scene painted on his cheek with like water and then the sky and palm trees, and he was in the elevator, and as people were getting on, he was going, "Look at my face." They did it in the kids club, and it was a really well done drawing. And his mom said to somebody in the elevator, "Yeah, the kids clubs are great." So we're going to take that as our recommendation for the kids clubs. Not having children with us. Anything else?
Shout outs to the people who commented to get us rolling with our stuff.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
Brian in Wisconsin, of course. We got AT3 engineer, whoever you are. We'll definitely have more to say about your list of stuff separately. There's some more. Christine with the gift box. It's back right now.
Yes.
Thanks again for that.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. Tess, who commented, she commented about the Paradise, but still, thanks for commenting.
Okay.
And there's somebody else who I'm forgetting. I had a whole thing typed up on the phone.
Okay.
Worst case, I'll either put it on the screen or I'll come back in and cut in a little additional shout-outs. I do want to give a shout-out to ZJ, the cruise director. We weren't sure kind of what to make of her at first, but I think I'm hesitant to speak for both of us, but I think she grew on us over time.
She did.
And she really did go out of her way to help us out with filming the promo for the Hero Flight Atlanta. And again, more information about that organization can be found in the description. I'll put the link here right now if you'd like to get more information about it. There may also be a Hero Flight in your area, so it certainly doesn't have to just be Atlanta only.
Yep.
But definitely worth checking into and helping out.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, as we're home, that's who was commenting, Rick and Eloise.
Hi, Rick and Eloise.
Yep. So yeah, Eloise, we got the cabin tour done in the last possible second, but we did it. But no ship tour, as I said I would.
Yeah.
There are other videos that do full ship tours, and I defer to that if you want a deck-by-deck rundown of everything and where it all is.
Yeah.
We're more here to like bring you what our experience was like living it as opposed to just walking around.
Yep.
Like a cat discovering, investigating its new home.
There were no cats.
No.
There were roosters on this trip, but and iguanas, but no cats.
Yeah, roosters.
We did go past the Hemingway house.
Yeah, roosters and iguanas at both ends at Nassau and Key West.
Yeah.
Well, Ramrod Key, to be more specific, where the iguanas were at.
Okay, Florida Keys.
Yep. Well, shout out to Rusty, our cab driver. And then shout out to Reggie, our cab driver in
Nassau.
Yes. Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah, we had great cab driver luck on this trip.
Yes, we did. We really did.
We said about the boat thing that surprised us, but I think the thing that surprised me the most about the Nassau trip of it was how cheap the cabs were.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so used to, like, it's way more expensive on Freeport, but kind of apples and oranges in a way. Because I think you have further to go in Freeport to get to, like, the touristy jazz, like the resorts and stuff, and so I think it's going to cost more that way. But at the Freeport end of it, a big complaint, and it's valid, is they're not very upfront about what the pricing is, and they tend to tell you, like, kind of like, what did I just drink? Oh, you drank rat poison. Like, well, could you have told me up front? So it's kind of like that, where it's like you take the cab ride from one of the island to the other. It's like, how much was it? $100. Like, could you have said up front it was gonna be $100?
Well, could you have asked up front what it was?
Yeah.
I mean, that goes both ways.
Yeah. Well, with Reggie, I'm just like, do whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It was way cheap.
Yeah, it was nice. Well, we were also sharing
at
it.
Ardastra Gardens, they gave us change, but they didn't have American change. They gave me a Bahamian 10 because I gave them 80, and it was $70 for the two of us to get in. And so Reggie was like, "Oh, the cab is $10 to go from here to here." Like, can I give you a Bahamian? He goes, "Well, yeah, it's our money." I'm just like, this seems so weird. Like, it's not U.S. 10.
Yeah, because to us, it's not real money.
Yeah, it's like, well, $10 of what? Like, I guess, what are you charging me for? Because maybe it's like 15 Bahamian or something. I don't know. Like,
yeah. All right, if we think of anything else, we'll jump in.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say goodbye because chances are he's going to jump back in.
Yeah.
As soon as I turn off this camera, he's going to go, oh.
Yeah, but one thing I think we can
He's not
say
going to let me even turn it off.
before she hits the stop button is, would we do the Islander again?
Yes.
Will we do it this year?
Probably not.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of cruises this year.
Yeah.
We need to just cool our jets for maybe the hurricane season. There might be one more in September because it's our anniversary. We always cruise on it for our anniversary.
Right. And we miss everybody on the Paradise.
The next cruise we have booked is Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
On the Paradise.
Yeah.
So if you got nothing going on that weekend, it's Friday to Monday. Come join us.
For our purposes, the Islander is kind of tougher because I'm like made a PTO and she isn't. So the Islander is nice that you're only missing up to a day of work.
Excuse me for being essential to the running of a business.
Yeah, I work for a company that's like, here's PTO, now use it.
And I work for a company that says, we love you, please don't leave.
So I think just logistically, I think it puts us in the next year of doing another Islander.
But who knows? It's us. We could turn around and book another one for next week. There's no promises here.
Yeah. I can't really shout it out because I don't remember their names. We met them like once at trivia, and then we saw them on the way off the ship in Fins today. So hi, whoever you are again.
Oh, they were Amy and Aaron.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know she was Amy. Yeah, they were Amy and Aaron because I was laughing about our names.
Yeah.
About the four of us. Because Aaron, Ethan, Amy, Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've already booked another one.
Yeah. Like, we booked another one right away. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad they had a good time. Yeah.
I think if we would have got a free cruise certificate situation, we'd be having a different conversation right now. But I think right now, probably for the best we didn't get one, just so that we kind of cool it for the remainder of the year. Not like cool it like don't go on the Paradise, but just cool it meaning no big Islander trip situation.
Yeah.
Also, trip length for us.
Yeah, 5 days was maybe a day too long.
It felt like
we're so used to 2-night cruises that a 5-night felt like it was never going to end.
Yeah.
And it's not that we weren't having a good time. It's that it was just an adjustment. It was
and definite peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say.
Yeah. So maybe the 4-night. Maybe the 4-night to Cozumel.
Yeah.
Which I would love because that means I stay on the ship.
Yeah.
Down Cozumel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bummed that I couldn't do the Progresso Merida leg of it, but you know what? NASA
was phenomenal. We had a great time in Ardasta. We had a great time with Chuck and Kristen and even Reggie.
Yep,
so,
and Fish Fry Street.
And yes, and the Busch Garden on Fish Fry Street. Yep. Awesome conch. Awesome. Everything was delicious. The calamari was amazing. We've talked about all of this already. We're now going back over old ground because that's what we do.
Yep.
But we had a great cruise. I hope you enjoyed the videos. If you are so inclined, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your parents. Tell your dog. And we're gonna keep tating away, because that's what taters do. They tate.
Yep.
And we'll see you soon. Anything else? Oh God, why do I ask? Why do I ask if there's anything else? Because it just sets them off again.
No, I'm gonna say thanks for watching.
All right.
All right. Before I forget to say that that cruise was just like floating on glass. What hurricane? Good job going to the Bahamas. Good job getting back. Never felt a thing. It was amazing. How about this?
No.